Drafting 3, Fashion Design Department, University of South Asia, Women Wears. Today, under the Women's Wear, we are going to draft a shirt pattern. This is our lecture number 3334. I am Amtul Aleem from Fashion Design Department, University of South Asia. Instructions. Please follow the share video and draft your shirt pattern. After finishing dress block, please write all your instructions in your box and name of each line with measurement. Please write your name and roll number on your pattern as we do practice in our class. Pattern for our product. इसमें हमें कमीज का पैटर्न ड्राफ्ट करना है जिसमें जो मेजरमेंट्स हैं वो रिक्वायर्ड है. नंबर 1 is your full length that start from the neck till the length of the shirt we required. Then we need shoulder measurements that is from one shoulder to another shoulder tip. We need that measurement. Then number 3 is the armhole measurement. Armhole measurement is from your shoulder tip to your underarm, or we can apply a formula on it also. Center back length is the first backbone till the waist level is our center back length. Then hip depth from our waist to our hip highest point of hip is the hip depth. Then we needed some circumference measurements. Then we divided it by 4. That is bust, waist, and hip. We need another measurement, that is a dart placement. जब हम ड्राफ्ट बना रहे होते हैं तो हमें for a fitting we needed dart placement. Next is your hip depth and hip width. Next is your sleeve length. We need sleeve length that start from tip of the shoulder till wrist. When we are taking the measurement of sleeve, we need to bend our arm a little so we can measure it. In this way, we get more accurate measurement of the sleeve. Next measurements that required is the wrist measurement. Then cap height. The cap height is start from tip of your shoulder till your bicep, and bicep measurement is the highest point of your bicep muscle. For drafting our Eastern wear, the size we are using is the same as we use in our Western wear, but we will draft it according to our local market pattern. Measurements of size 8 is bust 90 centimeter, waist 66 centimeter, and hip is 94 centimeter. After taking our measurement, we need some calculations for making more accurate pattern. In this, you can see we have full length in which we add 2.5 centimeter. I add 2.5 centimeter dart intake. This dart intake is used if you want to stitch a side dart in your shirt. If you are not interested, you don't want it, or you are not interested, you cannot add it. Then front or back will be the same. Next measurement is the half shoulder. That is, we divide our shoulder into 2. Then came our shoulder armhole depth. In this we add 2 centimeter armhole, 2 centimeter in our armhole, or otherwise you can use your measurement that you have taken from the body. Then came our shoulder depth. In your Western wear, for your shoulders depth you use shoulder slope. Then came your center back length plus 2 centimeter dart intake. In a center back length we add dart intake. This is again if we are stitching that dart, then we use it, otherwise it is not required. Then came your hip depth. Hip depth is 21 centimeter, or hip depth also depend on the side opening where you want to place it. You have to change that side according to your slit opening. Then there came these measurements, that is bust, waist, or hip. These three are um, circumference measurements, so that is why we divide them with 4, and then we add in it the seam allowance, ease allowances. Ease allowances depend upon the fittings required. जो आपको required होती है, उसके accordingly you adjust them. You can add 1.5, or you can add only 0.5. It's depend upon you. In the side of this chart, you see these measurements. These are the Pakistan standard size measurements used for medium size. In which in Pakistan mostly our measurements are in inches. That is why I write them in inches. Uh, that is 40, past is 20, 19, and 21. The only difference is this 20 centimeter is actually the only front part of the body, not the circumference measurement. That is why we will not divide it by 4, we will divide it by 2. So we'll in the market, mostly our garments are available according to this measurements. The shopkeeper always, the designer always tell you that 20 to 19 is the 20 is the chest measurement. That is the full front of your shirt. Then same here I did same with the hip measurement. I add 1.5 ease allowance and then calculated divided by 4 and got my measurement. Then came different dart lengths. We will use them when we will draw a pattern. The dart intake and neck width. One thing then came our sleeve measurement, in which again we add to 24 centimeter, in which we add 4 centimeter ease allowance. It can change according to our requirement. We can add it or we can decrease it. Then came the gap height. Normally this is standard 10 centimeter, but we can it can be changed according to the fitting requirement. Then came your bicep measurement. A lot of ease allowance is added in our Eastern wear. We usually more than 4 centimeter, or it's according to our requirement. Then came the hip tips. The standard hip tips for front is 14 centimeter, and for back it is 3 centimeter. I will share a video with you in your class. Please watch the share video and draft your collar. Please watch it very carefully and follow the instructions. After finishing collars drafting, please write all your instructions in your box and write the name of each line with measurements. Please also write your name and roll number with pen as we practice in our class. Today's lecture is about Eastern wear, in which we are going to draw up a shirt or a kameez, that is our traditional dress. First, I discuss all the details and all the measurements and how to draft, how to calculate in my lecture. Now I will start doing my pattern. First of all, I prepare my sheet. On both sides, I mark the lines with a space of 5 centimeter, all 3 sides. Then I'll mark measurement, that is AB is our full length, 100 centimeter, 102.5 centimeter. This is 100 and 1.25 is for my dart intake that I explained in my lecture already with you. Mark this line 100 centimeters, square this line. Then this is our A and this is B. Next is our AC, that is our shoulder measurement is 18 centimeter. This is your AB, this is your AC, and I marked it 18 centimeter. Then came as AD. This is 10 centimeter. AD is 10 centimeters from both sides. Square this line. This is your AD, A and D. Next is our CC1, square the line. Then CC2 is your shoulder depth. This is 1.2, 2.5. Next is your G. This is half of this point. Half of this point, and we are drafting our front pattern. That is why I will mark inward, that is 1.25. 1.25. Draw a line, and this is CC2. This point is C2. This is C2 and this is G. Next I will mark my center back length. This is plus 2.5 dart intake. This is the point that I discussed in my lecture, that what is this dart intake and why to apply it, or if you don't want to, don't apply it. I'll mark 19.5. My center back length is AE, and that is 19.5. This is E and 19 center back length, 19.5. Next measurement is hip depth, that is 21 centimeters, and this is EF. EF is 21 centimeter, that is your hip depth. EF, this is F. Then came your length. Now square these lines. Your DD1 is 24 centimeters. This is D1. Then your EE1 is your 1/4 waist, that is 20 centimeters. This is E1. Then this is 20 centimeters. And this is DD1 is 24 centimeters. Mark at 24 centimeters. Then came our hip measurement. This is 25 centimeters. This is F1. Join all the points. Square the line. .25 centimeters, and this is BB1. This is also 25 centimeters. Next our step is our dart distance. This is 9 centimeter. Then came the dart length, 13 centimeter on both sides. 13 and mark 13 centimeter upward and mark 13 centimeter downward. Next is our dart intake. That is 3 centimeter. 3 centimeter. And 7. And join this line. At this step we will decide कि हमें अपनी इसकी length इतनी ही रखनी है या we have to reduce it to give us soft smoother shape at the bust or to give a pointed shape. I am reducing the length at 1 centimeter to give it a more smoother look. This is 1 centimeter. And now I will join. I want a smoother and curved shape instead of pointing at my bust level. That is why I reduce it 1 centimeter. Join all your lines. This is 1.5 minus 7, 5, 6, 7. 0.5, 5, 6, 7. This is what I did wrong. Now join the line with your this is next step is the side dart. Also on the side dart I mark 13 centimeter down. This is or 10 centimeter down. For our side dart, we can place our dart in between this line anywhere. That should be slightly lower than your bust dart. That I mark 13 centimeter and then mark upward to 2.5. Yours is 2.5. यहाँ पे mark करूँगी and then draw my lines. From this point it is 13.5 and then mark in dart intake upward 2.5. This your dart intake is 2.5. For side dart I'll mark 13 centimeter and then up 2.5 centimeter to give a smoother look at the bust cap. I'll reduce a mark point 1.25 from there like this. गैप इसमें जो आएगा उसकी वजह से बस्ट पे जो है वो शर्ट की फिटिंग जो है वो ज़्यादा स्मूदर कर्व में आएगी इंस्टेड ऑफ पॉइंटेड. Join this line. Now I develop both the darts. आपने आपकी मर्जी है आपने ये स्टिच करनी है आपकी मर्जी आपने स्टिच नहीं करनी. इफ आप स्टिच कर रहे हो तो इसमें आपका यहाँ पे 1.2.5 इंक्रीज होगा और अगर आप स्टिच नहीं करें तो आप इसको यहाँ से रिमूव कर दोगे. Then came the neck. Neck की width is 8 centimeter. This is 8 centimeter, and depth is 14 centimeter. Square the line. And shape your neckline. Mark your neckline, that is 8 centimeter and 14 centimeter, and shape the neckline. Then join the shoulder tip to your point G. Sorry, this is point C2. This is C2. Okay. Now join this line with curve line. Curve line से join करें to give the shape to your armhole. French curve. Your front is complete. Now I will start filling my back. Again, my length is 100 centimeters. No problem. आपका बैग भी तकरीबन बिल्कुल उसी तरह डेवलप होगा, एक्सेप्ट कि आपने ये 2.5 ऐड नहीं करना. Your center back length is, first mark your shoulder, that is 18 centimeter. Then 10 centimeter. Square the line, both lines. बैक हम डेवलप करेंगे, सिर्फ ओनली डिफरेंस जो फ्रंट और बैक में है वो ये 2.5 सेंटीमीटर का डिफरेंस है. स्टिचिंग दिस डार्ट हम ये ऐड करेंगे. बैक में हमने ये डार्ट स्टिच नहीं करनी, इसलिए मैं इसमें इसकी डिफरेंटली थोड़ी सी मेजरमेंट्स हो जाएंगी. देन दिस इज योर AC, sorry, this is AB. AB is your full length. Then AC, this is shoulder, and this is 10 centimeter. This is AD, and this is AC. This is 8 centimeter. Sorry, 18 centimeter. Your is 18 centimeter. Square the line, 10 centimeter, and join this line. Then came your center back length, that is 37 centimeter. 37 centimeter, and this is your E. Then came your hip depth. This is 21 centimeter, and this is your F. Now DD1 is your bust measurement, 1/4 bust. That is 24 centimeter. Then your waist. This is D1. अब आप मार्क करेंगे वेस्ट की मेजरमेंट. This is EE1 and is 20 centimeter. Then your hip measurement, 25 centimeter. these lines. Square the line. At this step, you have to decide where you're going to place your slit opening. If it is थोड़ी सी आपने ऊपर रखनी है या नीचे रखनी है, तो आप अकॉर्डिंगली उसको वहाँ पे मार्क करके और उसको शेप कर लेंगे. This is DD1, EE1, FF1, BB1. Your bust is 24 centimeter. Waist is 20 centimeter. Let me check first. Yes, 20 centimeter. And your hip is 25 centimeter. And your hemline is 25 centimeter. At this point, we mark our CG is shoulder depth is 2.5 centimeter, and I'll divide this 2 points. This is C3. I'll give it C3. This is C3. C3 को आपने measure करना है और इसका half center लेना है. This is the center, like G. This point is called G. इसमें आपने 0.5 इनवर्ट मार्क करना है. उधर आपने 1 सेंटीमीटर मार्क करना है. इधर आपने 2.5 मार्क किया था, और इधर आप मार्क करोगे 1 सेंटीमीटर. Then came your neck depth is 8 centimeter. Your back neck depth is 3 centimeter. 2.5 centimeter. Back depth is 2.5 centimeter. This is 2.5 centimeter. Mine will be, because I am working on half scale, so mine will be 1.25. Now square all the lines and shape your neck. Now shape your shoulder, join this. And shape your back shoulder, armhole. इसको यहाँ से आप शेप कर लें. आपका बैक रेडी हो गया. इसमें हम ऐड करेंगे इज आवर डार्ट. दिस इज 9 सेंटीमीटर. डार्ट इनटेक इज 1.5 both sides. Mark 13 centimeter dart length. इसमें आप इसको रिड्यूस नहीं करेंगे. डार्ट को शेप करें. शेप योर डार्ट. Now your back is almost ready. Add the seam allowances. This is 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 1 centimeter, 1.5, 1.5, at 0.5 at your neck, 4 centimeter at hemline. If you are stitching or hemming it, doing hemming, तो आप 4 centimeter add करें. Otherwise, add 2.5 if you are machine finishing it, your hemline. At your seam allowances, 2.5 at your side seam. One centimeter, add 1 centimeter at your shoulder. Sorry, 0.5 centimeter, not 1 centimeter. I did 0.5. Showing the lines. Then 1.5. At neckline, at 0.5. Draw your boxes. On both sides. फ्रंट की हेमलाइन पे भी 2 सेंटीमीटर सीम 4 सेंटीमीटर आप सीम अलाउंस ऐड करेंगे. इट्स डिपेंड, अगर आप हेमिंग कर रहे हैं तो ऐड 4 सेंटीमीटर, अदरवाइज ऐड 2.5 सेंटीमीटर. if you are machine finishing it. आपकी शर्ट पे पैटर्न में कभी भी जो एंगल होता है उसको हमेशा स्मूथ करते हैं लाइक दिस, बिकॉज हमें इतनी शार्प शेप नहीं चाहिए होती अपनी शर्ट्स में. आप लोग प्लीज़ इस बात को याद रखना कि अगर आप ये डार्ट स्टिच नहीं कर रहे हो तो आपको इसमें से ये 2.5 सेंटीमीटर लेंथ रिड्यूस करनी पड़ेगी, अदरवाइज आपकी शर्ट की लेंथ जो है वो अगर आप देखो तो ज़्यादा होगी लाइक दिस. नाउ ऐड राइट योर रोल नंबर, नेम, साइज 8 and medium, center back on fold, cut 1 pieces. pieces आपके यहाँ पे 1 2 3 4 5 pieces मेरे होंगे, तो this is 2/5. right center back on fold, back side seam, write all your details, your roll number, your name, size, medium, then center front on fold, cut 1 and pieces is 1/5. Center front on fold, front side seam. This is your bust, waist, waist is 20 centimeter and hip 20 centimeter. This is all for today. Iski how to draw the facing and how to draw a sleeve I will teach you in the next lecture. Thank you so much.